Hi, welcome to From Hangar 3. Some people have seen my videos doing some walk around of aircraft, and people have asked me to do a video based on what's it like to buy an aircraft in Canada, especially for some of our Canadian folks. We have what they call a luxury tax. So people say, well, what's that involved in buying an airplane? So let's just say you have a $3 million airplane. We're just going to pick some round numbers, right? So you have $3 million airplane and you want to buy it. Okay, so what are the tax implications? So in Canada, our government, in their philosophy and ideology, which is devastating, has introduced a luxury tax on aircraft, boats, and cars. So that's the 10%. So you take $3 million and you add the 10%. So everybody knows that's going to be, $300,000. I'm going to give it to you visually off an iPad because people look at things differently. So the new total is $3.3 million. In Ontario here, we have what they call an HST, harmonized sales tax. So they combine the two different tax, provincial and goods and services tax, which equals 13%. So now you add that on top of the total. So it's a tax on a tax. So you plus another 13%, which gives you an extra in the coffers for the government, $429,000. Add them together, and this is what the customer has to cut a check for. $3,729,000 US dollars, not Canadian, US dollars. If you were to turn around and convert that over, it's well over $1 million Canadian. For doing what? They didn't put a rivet in the plane. They didn't even wax the plane. They didn't help fly it here. They don't pay for the hangarage. That's the lion's share that the government's getting on an aircraft in Canada. Now, there's other provinces in here that have 15%, which is even more. So people in the South, Western countries, take heed of this, because this is a World Economic Forum plan that the Trudeau government has adopted, and it's an ideology. It's almost like a religion to these people. And same with the carbon tax, right? That's another tax. So if you look at all these taxes that are being implemented and shoved down our throat, it's coming to you, whether you like it or not. It's going to be, and depending on how you vote in the United States, you might, Trump says a lot of stupid things, but just look at what he does as far as policies go. You can't fault the man. He did what he's supposed to do. And secure borders. We have a housing crisis here. And what do? They're still letting people in. 500,000 people. There's nowhere to put them. So this is this is how they're getting money from people. They're squeezing them. So it's devastating. Take heed of it. It's not good. And people have walked away. Yes, we've had people say, yeah, I can write a check for it, but I can't understand why I would do that. I'll just stick with what I got. Thank you very much. When the government changes hands and they do away with it, then we can start doing business again. So that's just for instance of what's happening. And somebody wanted to know, so there you go. The government is they're raping people, plain and simple, whether you like it or not. Anyway, that's my rant for that. Anybody's got any ideas, leave it in the comments. Please subscribe. I don't normally say that because I really don't care. Or at least pass it on. So at least other people are going to understand, rather than watching the football game or these woke basketball stuff. Because this is what the governments are doing when you're busy over here, watching the Taylor Swift and the football player and blah, 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 making their billions of dollars. This is what the government's doing to you. And it's only going to catch up. So Canada's a test bed for all this crap. Take heed of it. I'm telling you, it's coming to you. So let me know what you think. Thanks.